welcome Aquarius. Greetings everyone, a warm welcome to you all. Hey, thank you new subscribers. It's time to sit back and listen to this month's messages for September 2019. That was a sound bath meditation using the heart chakra energy to begin the opening of the reading. Now guys, so this is for Aquarius. We are using these 4 decks here. These 2 are tarot, these 2 are oracle. I have shuffled them beforehand, but I will give them a brief shuffle again. Now, as I've been going through the readings, I've noticed an intensity building, and I'd been pondering, what was it that was happening with September. So I'm really pleased that you have tuned into this video because you're being enabled to gain access to what is a very important timeline energy taking place. So actually it's from the beginning of the year when the eclipses first happened in January, moving all the way into the eclipses in July, which were tied in with the January ones, and stuff that has been going on in between those. So feelings that you've had that have been coming and going, thoughts, ideas, people, situations, opportunities or non-opportunities or lack of. It's all of these things that are culminating together right now in this timeline of especially August, which is when I'm uploading this video. So it's cool if you are looking at this earlier than September. But the timeline of August through to September is very, very powerful in setting the next 12 years of your life. And this has to do with the way the planets are merging together and forming their new layout that will continue for a very long cycle. Now, a lot of this is related to very karmic matters as well. So how you act, who you act with, how you treat yourself, what you disable and what you enable are going to be in the forerunning of your activities and decisions that take you forward for such a long time. We're talking up to 12 years. So this is a really important time to put yourself first and think carefully about the choices that you make. Now, before we go too much further, I did a little bit of work for everyone, each zodiac sign, before the readings, and you all got a little saying or a word that came out. So I also encourage you to look at your moon and rising signs as well, because they could be very helpful and supportive too. But the word or the phrase that you got was found it. So Aquarians, you have found something, or you are about to find it. For each and every one of you, this could be a very different synopsis, right? What is it that you have found? Have you found your mojo? Have you found the love of your life? Have you found the job of your life? Have you found good health? Have you found some philosophical belief or teaching? Are you about to find it, or are you seeking it? But one way or another, something somewhere is telling you to either find it, so go and look for it, seek it or search it, or without you realizing it, you've found something. So dig a little bit deeper into questions that you might be asking yourself or things that you are searching for, because you may have already found it and not be looking hard enough or in the right way at something. So those are messages that came through for Aquarius. So just remember that whatever comes up in this reading now is important, and it is going to go further than just the month of September. It's a crucial point, as if like a tipping point. And I've been getting this word coming up so often lately in my thoughts and minds. There's a tipping point happening. And I wasn't really able to fully extrapolate out what that meant and what direction it was going in, because it didn't just mean for me, it's for everybody and everything. We're changing direction. There's a lot on this planet now that as we move into your age of Aquarius, right? As we move into that slowly, because we're ebbing through the gates, it takes time to move from one zodiacal sign into another. It takes many, many years, decades, possibly even 100 years of movement. as we move into yours, which is all about global connection, it's all about expansion in the universe and knowing and mindset and intelligence and technology and things that we don't understand, then you guys are better than anyone at enabling that in your life, right? So enabling the fact that this expansion or this unknowing that we all are currently going through has an answer in it. If you start digging, you'll find it. So another few sort of sayings or thoughts that come up are that we feel as though we've got blind spots around us because we can't quite see these new directions, because we can't physically manifest a lot of them because they're so different. As we head on into the 20s, which starts literally in 5 months, as we head on into the 20s, we come into time zones that are unpredictable, that offer continual change, and that may not have solutions at this point in time. But that means we just have to explore, we have to experiment to get clarity. And to do that, we have to have flexibility to be able to experiment, which leads us into what you could call divine discontent, because that allows us to liberate new realities. We know there's something better out there, we just can't see it yet. It's like being on this, at the base of a mountain and having to get to the top of it to see what's beyond and going, my God, this is amazing what is beyond, but I just couldn't see it until I took the steps and began to explore. So believe me, there is power in this month of September. There is power in the choices you make and how you decide to move forward. So with that, let's see what the first card is over here from the John Holland Psychic Tarot. And oh God, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Movement, choices, decisions. Wow. This is the Two of Pentacles traditionally, and the Two of Pentacles is a card of juggling things in life. Now, sometimes this means juggling money, and for a lot of us, money comes from our careers, or how we earn our money comes from our careers. So this is about juggling, that there is movement around you in terms of opportunity or choices and decisions that you can make. So what a way to start the reading with this card literally emblazing what I was just telling you. So when synchronistic events like that take place, you know how important the message is, that there is listening to be had and there are deeds to be done. The other thing that I could say about this timeline of events that is happening right now, literally in mid-August, and this will take us now through until January or February of 2020 at least, is karma. There's a whole lot of karma playing out. So karmic cycles are going to be coming up and into our awareness and into our daily situations. And how we treat them or how we have been treated will in part go towards the decisions you make. And these could be big decisions and big choices. And this is the card of juggling. It does say juggling money, but it's also juggling life. So for some of you, these karmic representations may have been around career or finances for you in your life. You may have some choices or decisions to make about who you are dealing with or how you do your dealings. Are you keeping things in the positive and the honest and the upbeat? And are you focusing forward in time to try and manifest that you want? Have you put the dreams and visions into place correctly? Have you enabled them, or are you disabling them? And this is the powerful part of going through in your own mind. What am I doing? How do I get from A to B? Because that's how you get your movement. So this could be a time of planning and decision making to make sure that everything is moving forward. So don't let this time just fritter by, and don't think that others are going to solve your conundrum or your pathway. Remember, the only person capable of finding your path or your choice or your decision is you. So you are the person who empowers your life more than anyone. So make these movements, choices and decisions and think about them and put some action and timing into them. This is associated with the red base chakra energy as well. So some of you could have a blockage in this part if you have had financial restrictions. This could mean that you need to open up something down there that's blocked. Now on the body, this is in the base of the spine area at the top of the hips. So hips, lumbar, spine, colon, bowels, your intestines, any of those areas that could be physically blocked may need working on. So exercising, stretching, yoga, Pilates, healing, movement, eating red foods, wearing the colour red around that part of the body. This might open up any psychological or physiological blocks that you have pertaining to these areas of your life. So if lack has been in your life, financial lack, or even fear or worry about your finances, because that is also where that energy is held, down in this part of the body, in the base chakra area, in that lumbar part of our body, this could be a blockage that needs opening and addressing and attending to. So the next card you had is the Three of Cups, about celebration, having fun, enjoyment, feeling free and feeling happy. Also encouraging movement, and that's physical movement of the body as well. It also encourages communication, because these girls have got together and they are chatting, they are talking, they are supportive and nurturing and listening to each other. So community awareness, or being involved in a community, and it could just be your best friends or some people that you feel are supportive of you. Also, you support them back. Remember, friendships are a two-way zone. You can't have a friendship with someone and expect them to be your friend and not the other way around. All relationships require hard work and dedication. You don't get wonderful friends like this in life without the input and the gift of giving and supporting and nurturing them. So it's a beautiful card that talks to us of love and trust and honor, respect and dignity and friendships. This is often a group of females, but it can just be feminine energy that is coming through, which is that nurturing, loving type of energy. So it can still be men supporting each other and nurturing each other. It can be a family group that is around you and holding you in love and honor and respect and helping you, but oftentimes it is a get together of friends, sometimes friends you haven't seen in a long time. There is a camaraderie there, and sometimes it is the celebration of positive events around you as well. So this may also be occurring in this timeline. If these people come into your life at the moment, and you haven't seen them for a while, and the meeting goes well with them, or the event or the outing or whatever, it's likely to continue again for the next 12 years. So any big events that come up between August and September, like a wedding engagement or big parties that you attend or family events or occasions, when it goes positively, the karma of that is likely to continue forward. If there is a negative imbalance that happens in these exercises and you allow that in, that will also continue forward. So be careful about the choices and the decisions that you make, both in terms of things like finances and career, but also in the people that you allow in your life. Because 12 years is a long time to put up with, negative connotations or people who have distrusted you or not honored you one way or another. So let's see what this one is. This is an oracle card, and this is talking about crystals, and it says the energies of crystals support you and help you with a situation. So you can see clearly from the background here, it's a great example of the energies of crystals, even the crystals I'm wearing on my wrist here. I absolutely adore crystal energy. They are natural elements of the earth. In reality, most everything we have in our society comes from the earth one way or another. Any of your antibiotics started off as origins of the earth, plant origins or mold origins or species along those lines. The food we eat all comes from earth. Even the meat food comes from earth originally. So therefore, all of those things keep us alive one way or another. Some are very beneficial, some are not so beneficial. Crystals have an energetic vibrational release and capacity to heal and help. How you choose to use them is individual and up to you. Some people put them in a room, others wear them. Some of them use them for making an elixir out of, rubbing onto the skin, or even drinking. Some of the basic fundamental ones that are very positive are things like this, the rose quartz crystal, which is a crystal of love, peace, calm and healing. So this can be added into any room to bring about a more peaceful and loving environment, quite simply. It can be very good to calm children down, to have in a child's room, also to bring harmony into the house and in anybody's bedroom really. Another loving, peaceful, calming crystal is the amethyst. You generally find a crystal that you just like, that you're attracted to, and it will do a job for you. It will have a purpose in your life. Sometimes you'll chip a piece off and you'll think, oh my God, I've broken in my crystal. It was meant to happen. Sometimes you'll buy a crystal and you'll lose them. It's meant to happen. They all have a season, a reason, a lifetime and a being. So those are two really good for calming, peaceful, releasing tension. This one helps to sleep at night, helps to ease fears and worries and a bit of anxiety as well. So amethyst and rose quartz are two very good ones to start with if you have never applied crystal energy in your life. If you're looking for something more intense, there's a lot of good facilities online. Just Google various crystals and their meanings, and even if you're thinking, gosh, I want a crystal for manifestation of money or finances, this here is it's a bit of an odd looking one, and this, he actually hit the base chakra as he was coming up, because this bowl is the base chakra energy bowl, which is what we were talking about for manifesting your finances. As I came up, the crystal hit the base chakra bowl, and this is the crystal for manifestation of wealth and money. Now, how to find, they're not that easy to find, but they're a crystal that has little ones growing out of the bottom of them. And they can be very, very beneficial for manifesting money in your life. So if you can come across one that offers these little crystals that have grown out of the bottom of the main one and are attached to it, that is a manifestation crystal. Not that easy to come across. But again, these may be beneficial in terms of finances or money or manifesting positivity in your life. So I just thought I would add that in. I'm not sure why, but I guess because over here we talked about juggling money. Let's see what this card or this deck has to say for the top card. And it says, Angel of Union. A partnership is blessed and destined for greatness. Now this in essence is like the twin energy flame. Now you guys must be the fourth one already that's had a twin energy coming out. This is why I started to get this intensity or feeling of intensity around these readings for September. These type of cards and messages don't come out that frequently. So to get the arrival of these for zodiac sign after zodiac sign is telling me that there's this portal of opportunity that's allowing amazing things to happen if we are ready to engage in them. I will read you the words from the book about this. It says, a partnership is blessed and destined for greatness. A merger, partnership or relationship of some kind is being formed which holds long-term benefits for your life. Boom, again, message after message about how this is a time of destiny. It's shaping our lives as we move forward. So this is really poignant and really powerful that you tune into what it is you've been looking for and what it is that you've already found or have around you and what it is you don't want. This relationship, partnership, or merger, which is with someone you already know or deal with, is blessed and destined for great success of some kind. Many great and wonderful things are birthed as a result of this union, which will continue to grow and strengthen for the rest of your life. Thank the universe for this wonderful blessing. Just wow, guys. I mean, the messages that come through with when you see these cards, and the intensity and the depth behind it is really profound. Now, for some of you, this is harking back here to this card, movement, choices, and decisions. The number 2 is the card of relationships as well, and this one is also talking to us about relationships or mergers. So for some of you, this is an opportunity of a business or career merge or relationship that could be a lifetime thing, and it will be a special bonded one, and it will be most likely positive and successful. This could take you to a great height, and this could be a great financial height. It could be, it's obviously, when it said it's for your lifetime, it's not necessarily going to happen instantly. This is the journey of life. This is the journey of a lifetime. It doesn't happen in the blink of an eye, and the success of it doesn't happen overnight. But what it tells you is there's something around you that is worth working through, worth making sure that the effort is put in. And if times get tough or hard during the journey of the lifetime, to work at it, don't give up on it, because nothing stays the same. And that's what I said earlier. We're in unpredictable times, and nothing is seemingly completed, and we're in a mode of continual change. But if you shut down to change, these things fall away. They dissipate. They disappear. They fall apart. You have to work hard to keep them going. And when you do, you're rewarded with all of the positives and the beneficial love energies and success energies. So really big messages coming through. Now, for some of you, this could very well be a soulmate or a twin flame energy that is appearing in your life, and it's likely to be someone you already knew or knew of one way or another. This whole twin flame scenario is very intense, and it's very spiritual. A lot of people get a little bit mixed up, and they feel that it's a physical expression in the first form, but it's actually a spiritual expression that has a physicality within it. So the connection is always through the spiritual attunement of each other and the raising of the vibrations that has occurred through this relationship. And of course, like all things, it's not perfect all the time, and it's not necessarily perfect from the very beginning. So don't be fooled into thinking that this relationship that you think might be a twin flame, but it can't be because it's having ups and downs, or it's, falling apart here and it's disappeared for a while. It could still be a twin flame relationship, but until both of you are on the same page at the same time in your spiritual awareness and awakening, it will come and go and ebb and flow. But wow, guys, the energy behind this is just like, it's mind-blowing. It's so powerful at this end as well. It's come in with this determination to really be very succinct about letting you guys know that you have to take action at this time in your life. Whoa. I was going to say, it's very authoritarian, and look at this guy. This is number 4, of course. He's the Aryan energy. He is the Emperor. Now, he is very authoritarian, and he says do things by the rules. He's like the great leader of times of old. He has a rule book in his hand quite traditionally, and he says if you follow the rules in life, you'll be dealt with the right outcome. And this is in part, even though he's not a karmic card, this is in part the message of the behavior that you need to have in this time frame of life, because what you do, you're going to get back. What you've done in the past, you're going to get back. So this is why, you know, that saying when people say karma's a bitch, it is, because eventually it does come back to us, what we've given out or how we've behaved or what we've dealt. It also comes back to other people and how they've behaved and how they've dealt with you. So this is a card, it's a duplicated message. It's telling you to behave with authority and do things legally and binding and in the correct manner, and no more important timeline than this to do so. But it's also saying for anyone else in your life who has not done things correctly, who has mistreated you or done something underhand, they will be found out and they will be brought to authority, and there will be lessons to be learned, and payment will come back. So for some of you who may have been ripped off, cheated or robbed or thugged up in some way, the karma's coming back, and there will be penance to pay for the perpetrators, and there should be some form of relief coming for the sufferers. So whichever one of those categories you fall into, something will turn around and be manifested. It could be an apology, it could be a payout, it could be an amalgamation, it could just be a freeing up of your emotional state, and you could feel freer because something has been released in the background. If there's been a hold over you, whether it be emotional, whether it be physical, whether it be monetary, and it was not done with intention or legal correctness, then some of that is going to drop off and you will be freed up. And vice versa, if you were holding it over someone else illegally or in the wrong manner, you'll get the kickback of that, and it won't be very good. Also, for some of you, the Aries time, which is April or March of the year, could have some sort of pertinent meaning, and this could be April or March from 2019 or looking into 2020. Also, an Aries person, one way or another, may be playing a role in something that is happening with you in your life, but that's a major arcana card. Wow, this is the crown chakra, which is technically at the top of the head, right up here. This is where you gain your celestial knowledge or information or understanding to all that is. Now, interestingly enough, Aquarians, because you are so vast in your thinking and you are so broad spectrum and you're connected to the galactic life and just where we're headed in this new dimension and paradigm and reality, your crown chakras must be attuned to ideas and thoughts and energies coming in. So perhaps for a lot of you, you are being awakened even more to new ideas or concepts or energies coming in at the head, top of the head. Now, if there's a blockage up here, you will find that you are blocked in areas of ideas or projects that you are wanting to create and manifest. So again, focus on unblocking this. Clear this part of your head. Meditate, free it up, have some healing sessions. Wear the violet colors and eat violet or indigo type foods. Listen to meditations that hold that energy or vibration or frequency. Some of you could even have things like headaches that might crop up, or pain in the top of the head or through the eyes, ears, sinuses, or nose even. So these might be indicators that there is a blockage there as well. Some of you could suffer flu-like symptoms through there, or even just pain or noises you might even hear, and get tingling sensations on the top of the crown chakra in this area up here. So powerful messages coming in, and this can be the beginning of becoming more aware and opening chakras, and also hearing messages through the spirit realm. So receiving divine messages or higher self messages and angelic presences, becoming more psychic and more aware, having stranger dreams, especially becoming involved in astral travel and things along those lines as well. The Nine of Wands is a card about not giving up and knowing that you have had a lot of creative idea or input and that you're coming to an end of an idea or concept or structure. Again, this can be with career, it can be with projects that you have been working on, but it's a card of not giving up. That's something you've been doing for some time, that you've been working through, that you've had ideas about, that you've been trying to put into application in your everyday life. They are starting to really manifest, so don't stop, keep going. You know, that word that came back at the beginning, you've found it, might well be worth still pursuing. Heal away addictions. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. So quite literally, this card can represent addictions that you may have been utilizing. So like drugs, alcohol, food, relationship addictions, emotional addictions, even things like eating, binging, not eating, anorexia. A lot of these things are emotional states that captivate us and hold us down through fear or worry or anxiety. So Raphael is one of the archangels, and this angel is preparing to allow a healing for you. So if you feel the need to clear anything out of your life that has been causing disassociation or discombobulation or preventing you from gaining spiritual or physical manifestation, then call upon this archangel's energies to help. And you can do this daily by just asking for their presence to give you strength to release you from any addictions. So addictions, remember, they can be physical, emotional, or spiritual. So it's a lovely card to receive. It's a time, and again, I'm saying this now, what you do now will take you 12 years ahead. So clearing out things that you don't want to have stay around could be very, very potent in getting rid of them now, including relationships that don't serve you and have caused negativity. Wow. Another major arcana card in 20 is the Judgment card. You know, this is so big. The Judgment card is one of the biggest ones in the deck. In the traditional tarot, some people are frightened by the look of it, but it's all about balance and weighing things up and finding your truth, because that's what he calls it here, the Truth card. It's weighing your whole life up in a tiny piece as you look out into the vastness of what is to come. Where is your future headed? How do you get to where you're going? You weigh it up with, what is this card again? Balance. What was the very first card we had? We had movement, choices, and decisions. Card number 2, which is the card of balance. And you get it again in a much deeper, more powerful, determined message with the Judgment card. And also the Judgment card, often traditionally I have said you can feel pain up through the head, neck, ears, especially in the ears. You might hear something, hear messages in particular, dreams again, all coming in through these last couple of cards and messages. Note that we've got this violet type indigo colour in the background and we've still got it here. So that colour could be very representative for some of you. You could be raising your awareness. You might be stepping into sort of like a surreal reality, a different understanding or concept or principle of who you are, where you're going, what life holds for you. But the Judgment card brings to us great change at a very deep personal level. And you're the one making the change. This is when you come to realize you hold the truth, you hold the scales of change, you hold the balance of choice and decisions and movement in your hands as to where you want to go. So please don't let this month of August and September go hurtling by without applying a huge amount of input as to what you really want your future to look like for the next 12 months. Not 12 months, 12 years, sorry. The Seven of Pentacles, he's hard work and diligence. He's put application in. Sometimes he applies to a Capricorn person in particular, but if not a Capricorn, quite often an earth sign person who may be around you, giving you opportunity or thoughts or plans about being diligent and thoughtful, and how to bring qualities like that into your money management or into your life or into partnerships or into planning. Sometimes though he can represent a bit of a timing halt or a slowing period with finances and money. So if you've applied for a loan or a job, or you've wanted a promotion or something along these lines, you might find it a bit flat for the time being. So planning and strategy might be good implements to bring in. Heart chakra, the answer that you seek is in your heart. Be open to giving and receiving love. Now this is how we move forward. This is the impetus that creates our life, that creates the newness, the choices and the changes. And what did we start the reading off with? The heart chakra, singing bowl, this sound meditation bath. So this is a beautiful card for you to receive, and you've already had a lot of the heart love energy in this reading, which is where we should all be focusing on as we move forward and make our choices and decisions and movements in life. If we balance this energy over here on the left into our decision field, then our choices are always enabled with a higher degree of positivity than disabled. So selecting these energies here as you move forward for your 12-year march into the next phase of your life, and especially it's this portal of time around September that's making these changes and allowing this energy to come into your life, to feel into it and direct yourself in this way. These are the energies to take. I mean, a beautiful, beautiful here with the heart chakra. Some of you have found it. You have found an opening in the heart. You have been activated. You are feeling love. And remember, love for yourself is one of the most important of all. So also, if you have had a wounded heart, this is the time to seek healing and heal away any addictions that may have surrounded a wounded heart. Emotional addictions and trauma that may have caused loss or hurt or pain or anger, any of those things. Also, some of you take care of your physical heart health. That's also another message for the heart chakra. So one card left, because we have been doing this reading for quite some time now, and it's been a very, very intense reading. Wow. The same way we started, really, with movement. This is positive movement forward, and this was movement, choices and decisions. So this is the Eight of Pentacles. It's a very good card, and he here is categorically talking about you are moving forward in your life. Don't think about the past. Be in the present to make the choices for the future. Again, we are in the base chakra energy for those of you who need that blockage cleared, to bring in more finances, to bring in more options, to bring in more movement and choices. But this can also represent travel, obviously, in this card. Perhaps some of you overseas, or something to do with water, being by the water, being near the sea. It might give you some sort of vibrational frequency. It might give you a lift. It might be something that connects you spiritually. One other thing this card also talks about to me, definitely a block in the base chakra. Some of you might even have sore hips, thighs, lower back, spine, lumbar or intestinal issues like diverticulitis or colitis. But there is great potentiality here for you to take these messages on board and to really feel into your heart chakra energy, into love, into potential relationships or partnerships or mergers, great opportunities of heart energy and just this love and movement forward, opening up of the mind and allowing these thoughts and energies to be brought into reality, and for you to be the chooser of your truth and movement forward and which direction you are going. So lovely, powerful reading, Aquarians. I wish you all the very best for September and for 2020 as we move into that. Thank you for subbing and liking the channel, and I love it when you leave your comments below. Check your moon and rising signs, and just have a wonderful month ahead. Apply yourself to your life and really get into it, because you've found it. Much love, everyone. Namaste.